Mothering men is the fastest way to kill your relationship. My name is Mary. I'm a sensual alignment coach and feminine embodiment expert. How you might be mothering men and not even realize it, and this is ruining your relationship, and you must cut that shit out right away. First off, some amount of mothering or nurturing is completely normal in a relationship. Not that much. Really, a small amount is normal and natural. If you're going above this, you are mothering your partner. And what is going to happen is you're going to ruin the polarity in your relationship. So while you think you're being a great partner and really taking care of your partner and being there for his needs, what's really happening is you're ruining the polarity, right? And this isn't something that is really super tangible, right? It's something that happens over time because when he starts to associate you as the mother, not in a sexy way, it's a very masculine trait to want to care for women and take care of women. And so if you're not allowing him to do that because instead you're just being the one that caretakes, you're going to ruin the polarity and the dynamics between the two of you. You really don't want to be going above and beyond in caretaking. And I see this a lot with people who come to work with me and they're like, I just can't, keep a man because they're mothering them too much. Men don't actually like this. They think that they like this. But over the long term, they want to caretake you. And of course, there's a natural back and forth. But if you're stepping into this role over and over again, it's actually a rather dominant masculine role to step into, which there's nothing wrong with that, right? We as mothers do this with our children, if you have children, of course. But when it comes to stepping into this role for your man, this can actually be really unattractive over time. And not only to him, but to you. You might start to secretly start to hold this resentment. I hear women say to me sometimes, oh, it's like I have another child, right? And unfortunately, they've set up this situation from caretaking too much to the point where it feels like their partner is actually one of their children, which of course is not true, right? They're not your child, they're your partner. So you really want to draw some boundaries here when it comes to caretaking with your partner. Now, it can be really easy to overstep boundaries, especially if you don't have them, especially if your partner's sick or not feeling good or emotionally dysregulated. It can be really enticing, especially if you're the type of woman who just really likes to help people. When it comes to conscious partnership and creating it, you want to set boundaries around what you're allowing yourself to emotionally get involved with when it comes to caretaking your partner, right? Because part of that is going to be them figuring it out on their own, right? And you might think, well, we're in partnership, we should be figuring this out together. But there's a level of self-responsibility that is a gift that you can give to your partner, right? And when you give them that space to be self-responsible and to self-regulate within their own emotions, you're really giving your relationship a gift. You're giving your relationship space to create that polarity and for him to step back in and be the man, be the caretaker of you and of your emotions and of your energy too, right? So it's a really beautiful opportunity to let go of some of the responsibility that you might be taking on in the relationship that isn't yours in the first place, right? So this is really beautiful. We get to free up some energy here as well. I want to talk about practically speaking. Practically speaking, in these situations, the best thing that you can do when you feel yourself going into the fix it energy and wanting to fix him, wanting to console him, wanting to mother him, the best thing you can do is use words and not actions. When women go into fixing, when women go into mothering men, they do so with their actions, right? They are overgiving. They put their own needs aside, like a mother would do to protect their child from emotional or physical hurt. What you want to do when creating boundaries and when taking a step back from mothering your partner is you want to use words. You want to practice using words instead of actions. So what this would look like in practicality is let's say your partner isn't feeling well. Normally, you would jump into action, you would make them breakfast, you would get them anything that they need, you would really overgive and over be there for them like you would your child if your child wasn't feeling well. Instead, I invite you to halt your actions here. Halt your actions and use your words like adults do. And this is a good way to shift the energy out of your doing, masculine, overperforming, people pleasing type energy, which is what mothering is, and instead drop into a new level of embodiment, being the woman, being the queen that you are of your relationship, and simply asking from that place, what is it that you need? Baby, what do you need? How can I support you? How can I make you feel better? And really allowing them as an adult, not your child, as an adult, allowing them to tell you what they need and ask for what they need, right? Because sometimes what we do when we're mothering our men is we assume that we know best, just like a mama would. We assume that we know what they need. We go into doingness instead of the beingness. And what men really need is a strong woman to be there for them, not to do things for them, but to just be there for them. And what you'll find is when you lead with words instead of action, you'll find that they actually need a lot less than you think they need, than your mothering instincts tell you that they need, right? Because this isn't your child, this is a grown adult who also can help themselves. A lot of times they just need you there to listen or to give them a hug or to maybe do one or two things, but you'll be surprised when you lead with words rather than leading with action, how much your partner really is able to do on their own, and how you just being there, just your energy, just your feminine energy and presence is enough for them. So, this reduces the need, the overwhelming desire to go into pleasing and mothering him, and instead allows you to step back and take time for yourself and get into the energy that you want to embody in your relationship and be there for each other as adults, not in this child, mother, wounded energy. You really don't want a relationship like that. It's not going to be a good long term relationship. You're just going to feel like they're a burden. You're going to feel like you have more kids than you pushed out, and nobody wants that. So lead with your words, not with your actions. You'll be so surprised and so pleasantly pleased at how much space this frees up in your relationship and in your life. And also, it's going to turn on the arousal in your relationship. It's going to build the polarity and allow you to go even deeper with your partner and communicate even deeper on a more conscious level, rather than just going into that pleasing and mothering energy. So I hope this was helpful. And I'm going to be hosting a Conscious Partnership Masterclass January 23rd at 2 p.m. EST. Come, it is free. You get to be with me for that time and learn about all the things that I teach my clients, how to have amazing relationships, how to have amazing long-term partnerships that are super conscious, highly elevated. You don't want to miss out. This is how to have conscious partnership in 21st century dating, and it doesn't have to be all hard. You can have amazing partnership in 2023. So come join us. It's going to be so, so good. And thank you for watching. Like and share, subscribe to this video to get more conscious partnership tips and stay up to date with what's going on in my world and how you can work with me. And I'm so excited to see you on the masterclass. Thank you for watching. Go have amazing relationships, be in love,